Psalm chapter 41 is the 41st psalm of the book of Psalms 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the Greek Septuagint version of the Bible and in its Latin translation in the Vulgate. This psalm is Psalm chapter 40 in a slightly different numbering system. The last verse is not part of the psalm itself but represents a liturgical conclusion of the first segment of the book of Psalms 6. Judaism edit verse 4 is found in the repetition of the Amidah during Rosh Hashanah 7. Psalm chapter 41 is one of the 10 psalms of the Tikkun HaKlali of Rebbe Nachman of Breslov 8, 9.
Rebbe Nachman, a great-grandson of the Paslm.
Rebbe Nachman, a great-grandson of the Baal Shem Tov, revived the Hasidic movement by combining the esoteric secrets of Judaism, the Kabbalah, with in-depth Torah scholarship. He attracted thousands of followers during his lifetime, and his influence continues today through many Hasidic movements such as Breslov Hasidism. 1. Rebbe Nachman's religious philosophy revolved around closeness to God and speaking to God in normal conversation, as you would with a best friend. The concept of hitbodedut is central to his thinking. 1. Tikkun HaKlali, Hebrew, lit. The general or comprehensive rectification, also known as the general remedy, is a set of 10 psalms whose recital serves as teshuvah, repentance, for all sins, in particular the sin of wasted seed through involuntary nocturnal emission or masturbation. 1. The Tikkun HaKlali is a unique innovation of Rebbe Nachman of Breslov, and its recital is a regular practice of Breslov or Hasidim to this day.
Psalms 41. Blessed is he who considers the poor. Until the end, a psalm for David himself. Blessed is he that understandeth concerning the needy and the poor. The Lord will deliver him in the evil day. The Lord will preserve him and give him life, and make him blessed upon the earth, and deliver him not up to the evil of his enemies. The Lord helps him on his bed of sorrow. Thou hast turned all his couch. Thou hast turned all his couch in his sickness. I said, O Lord, be thou merciful to me, heal my soul, for I have sinned against thee. My enemies have spoken evils against me. When shall he die, and his name perish? And if he comes in to see me, he speaks vain things. His heart gathered together iniquity to itself. He went out and spoke to the same purpose. He went out and spoke to the same purpose. All my enemies whispered together against me. They devise evils to me. They determined hold on. I know I'm not saying that right. Sorry about this, guys.
Determined.
Whoa, I wasn't determined against me an unjust word. Shall he that sleepeth rise again no more? For even the man of my peace, in whom I trusted, whom ate my bread, hath greatly supplanted me. But thou, O Lord, have mercy on me, and raise me up again, and I will requite them. What does requite mean? I have no idea. To make return from benefits and services for an injury. Meaning to give back, usually in kind or in So it seems as if he's saying in that verse that he will, if given mercy by the Lord and raised up again, he will requite them. He will return their wicked deeds with justice and punishment. And that's interesting there too. And raise me up again. By this I know that thou hast had a good will for me, because my enemies shall not rejoice over me. But thou hast upheld me by reason of my innocence, and hast established me in thy sight forever. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, from eternity to eternity. So be it, so be it. I got something else. And I know I brought this up before, but I want to say it again. King David seems to be, the story of King Arthur seems to be them trying to retell the story of King David, but cover it up for Great Britain. And I really mean that. There's similarities. You have the story of Samuel. You have the story of Samuel, right? And look how Samuel came to be. Chosen by the Creator as a young child when he was living with Eli, the high priest, right? He's the one that went and picked David when the Creator told him, this is the one I want, right? He was the one the Creator was, speaking with when he said, this is the boy, pick him. Kind of like how they tried to portray Merlin picking Arthur. He was the one that was able to see that Arthur was the one that was going to be king. You have, in the stories of David, the chalice, right? The chalice, it knows the hearts of men. It cannot be in the presence of wickedness and evil. The kingdom becomes poisoned with vain and evil thoughts and evil people. The chalice will allow itself to be captured and disappear, so the land will be destroyed. And you have it's the whole story of the Ark of the Covenant, right? God will not sit around and allow his ark to be in the hands of the wicked, right? And how many times did the Philistines keep capturing that thing, and other armies, because the kings of Israel were wicked. And so I'm watching that, I'm like, then you have the city of Bethlehem, and for them it was the city of Camelot. You have these people going to Camelot at certain times of the years to give thanks and honor and remember how great their kingdom is, and you have the pilgrimage that we're supposed to make at certain times of the years. You know, I'm just seeing the similarities. I'm like, wait a minute, this is just the retelling in their own twisted way of King David. Because in the end, right? In the end, King Arthur will someday in the future return, because the world's going to become so wicked. He'll return and he'll set things right. And so they're all waiting for King Arthur to return. And then we have the question: is it King David that returns? Is it the daughters of David? Is it David's seed in general? See, but I've been noticing that stuff lately, like, with the whole what's the thing? The whole Marco Polo, right? I know it's going off topic, but Marco Polo. That's the whole retelling of the story of, Mario Kart, Super Mario. It's Marco Polo, right? You have Marco Polo as Mario. His brother Nicole is Luigi. Their journey to the Far East, right, into China, is this whole him making his way through the map quest and things like that. He ends up in, was it Armenia, where the princess is held prisoner by the demigod Lord Elzebub, who was then Bowser. So it's, you see, but it's been going on. I don't know. The similarities, they're revealing themselves, I guess.